43.
43.
That number just continues to impress me.
Right. It's
Every
impressive.
week.
Yep. All I gotta do is stretch this bad boy out for 9 more.
Yous can do it.
If you insist,
no,
Brandon.
he can't. I mean, there's dropping a filler season right before the finale, and then there's, hey, we're 3 episodes left. We're going to stretch out a whole 2 full months of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Hobbit movies and take like a 36-page book and turn it into 3 9-hour movies.
Side mission. Hermaeus opens a portal.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Exactly.
If we were to stomp out every BBEG that this campaign has offered us, it would take us 9 sessions. Minimum.
That's actually pretty fair.
And there's the Joker.
Hi,
Sabrina. Sorry, that's not Joker. That's Sabrina.
That's Sabrina.
Hello. You decided to make your debut, madam?
Yes.
I mean, it's
She's
not
like, well,
a
now
Holy
we're-
Rollers episode if she's not in either yours or Kyle's.
Notice how she didn't bother to get on camera until we were
Until we were live.
I know, right?
She's so
She
smart.
knows.
I was just gonna kind of flat out overrule everybody and say, I'm glad that you rolled for prayer, but it didn't matter because I was gonna do it tonight anyway. But I rolled anyway and rolled a 19, so it looks like it worked out.
Hey.
Yep.
All right.
So a little untraditional. I'm kind of cheating. I have one. Well, you can't actually see it. That's kind of cool because it's like blanking out my phone screen as my background. But I have one that I've read every night this week, including some sleepless nights, and I love it. So yeah, I'm gonna use it. So let's go to Lord in prayer. God, thank you for showing every generation throughout history the same unconditional love. You are constantly inviting us to experience intimacy with you. What a beautiful gift that is. Today, no matter what I face, help me to love others like you have loved me. Let my life be evidence of your love at work in the world. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I like that one.
Beautiful.
I really like that one. I'll send that to you guys in the
Please.
In the group chat.
I'll post it on the group.
It is on its way. So,
Thanks.
welcome to tonight's episode. We're gonna pick up roughly where we left off. We left off with with a tattoo that kind of went a little bad after a nap was
a little. I think not to say that Devlin's a tattoo artist, but I imagine the pirate who probably has gotten and done tattoos is just standing there just going, the Kermit the Frog.
Let's just skip it. That was a bad choice.
No. It's so great.
No, if Captain Tideboard is canon, then Bad Sea Tattoo is canon.
Oh, without a
doubt.
If
he's not going to go back on Lady Captain Tornsail Tideboard, then he's not going back on Backwards Sea.
Yeah, absolutely. It happened, therefore, 'tis canon. So as the
Let
group...
Steph talk you into that, Muriel.
I'm sorry.
So
Listen,
as the...
I healed the first scar. What do you want?
Right?
It's one of those moments where it's like how I picture my character.
Yeah.
Yes.
What my character actually looks like.
Yeah.
Hey, so quick question. All of the druids left, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I will get rid of Mr. Erlin's character sheet then.
Yep. We're
We're just not going to ask if he actually survived. We're just assuming Erlin is one of the lucky druids to survive.
Yes. Yeah. Erlin did survive.
I kind of just assumed he had that like main character syndrome where he was gonna survive and all the other ones were gonna die.
Plot armor.
Yeah, plot armor.
Well, as we know, no one has plot armor.
except Better Duck, but it did nothing.
It did absolutely nothing.
Not a
true.
dang
Yeah,
thing.
it was so funny because throughout the week I really started thinking back, and ultimately I think I probably would have made Better Duck the B-bag of the campaign. Like, unwittingly, he probably would have been the one performing the ritual.
And we would have had to murder him anyway.
Yeah.
Daggum.
Oh, that'd have been so hard, though.
Yeah, and then there's Joffrey with a character killing Joffrey's other character with a character that has absolutely no standing on, oh, that's the big BG, and just goes at it, like, no, but that's our friend, that's your other character. Joffrey, yes, let him die. Oh, what could have been.
Before we get kicked off, I am happy to report that all 3 videos that were missing are uploaded to YouTube. All I have to do is
Thank you.
throw some titles and descriptions in them and post them. So hopefully I should have time to just knock those out tonight. It shouldn't take long.
Thank you.
So
yes, please.
So be on the lookout for those, and then this week's episode, I'll try to get it started this weekend, maybe.
Awesome.
And then after
No
the
promises.
videos are
Get some
posted,
sleep.
I
Yes.
will make sure to post those memes.
Yeah.
Heck yes.
Yes.
If I snore at any point during tonight, in the words of probably someone famous, mind your business. Because
We will.
I am a bit tired.
We'll just role play the entire rest of the time.
Yep.
Roll
look,
amongst
Seth-
yourself.
Yeah. Oh, look,
And
Seth
go.
fell asleep. All right, so
Maybe he will be able
Let's
to
throw a mustache on him.
right, yeah. So picking up where we left off, the group has successfully paid the captain of the pirates. Devlin got to meet his mom in a bit of a
Very unexpected fashion.
very unexpected fashion.
It wasn't
thanks,
going to
Muriel.
happen in the campaign if it didn't happen last session.
That's very fair. And then the druids, kind of being a bit disappointed about the golden egg not being returned, have decided to return to their island. So they have left, which leaves the group now with the two battalions of soldiers led by Raja and Seth. And yeah, I mean, as of right now, that is the support that you've got.
We'll take it.
I think in kind of last mentioning, looking at the distance between Stormhaven and the barren lands where the crater sits, it's roughly about a 4-day trek. I believe.
Well, we better get a move on then.
No, we don't
Oh,
have
we-
4 days.
We talked about, so Terrence is going to summon his griffin, and then you were going to do your draconic spirit, weren't you?
Mm-hmm. I could twin spell it and manage to carry us all.
Which,
Let me
If
double
I'm
check something about that. It might be something that only lasts. It's concentration for an hour, so even then.
Raja, are you a general now? Was it? How does? I mean, you're the leader of the Eldritch Knights. You're technically the general of the.
Technically, the title is Captain of the Eldritch Knights, but the Eldritch Knights outrank normal military. So, with Seth being a general now, Raja still outranks Seth due to Seth not being part of the Eldritch Knights.
It's in terms of the troops, your new mini army that you've collected.
Ah, yes.
As much as I am a fan of superior numbers, time is of the essence. And considering many of them were probably just conscripted out of a village to unwittingly serve a dragon, and they are not going to probably be able to keep up with us, so any help they could have been is probably not going to be there. Might I suggest just sending them home?
Have them start reconstructing Stormhaven.
Put them to good use. But
Create battlements. Defend it.
I'm just a pirate. What do I know about tactics?
I will take your advice under consideration there.
That was
Captain
very
Hyde.
that was a very good, like, in the grand scheme of things, idea for a pirate who I assume is neutral.
I mean, if there was any
Hey,
way to get the
players,
army with them at the exact same time against the dragon, he would like, okay, we're going to send them in first and do some
Yeah.
damage, and then he will absolutely use them, but they will not be in touch with the group. We have to get there fast. They're just going to be behind, so there's no point. So just send them home.
Sorry,
Maybe my
well-
former mentor can actually assist us this time.
Are we in the morning? Did we get a good night's sleep, or are we still in the evening?
That's a good question, actually.
An official
We
long
long
rest
rested.
has not happened, but
We've
it's,
long rested, I swear.
But it
No,
is
we
like
have-
it is like the evening after all the shenanigans.
That's because you did the tattoo, so we
Yeah.
hadn't.
So
I
the
could
first
swear
thing...
the only reason I did long rest on my character sheet was because I talked to you after session. You said yes, we did.
Oh, that's fair. I might have. Yeah, I've slept.
I'm not
Since
trying to
then.
like screw with you,
Not
but
much,
Barely.
I hit the button.
It's a 40.
Well, whether we've long rested or not at this particular moment, a long rest is coming up before any
Yes,
actual action is taken. So
yes.
So we need to rest, and then we need to get up early, and we need to start taking off.
Whenever we wake up, I will cast a spell and ask Hermaeus for help. Maybe there's a teleportation circle in that area that he can familiarize us with, get us to.
I'm sad Helga's not here. She would have been good.
So,
Oddly, I miss her too.
so just like
Aww.
some kind of
Strangely,
Not
I
that
do
much.
too.
so kind of quick rough math with the corporeal dragon whatever. They
Yeah.
could roughly get you to about Groshbog,
Let me see. Where's
Oh, let me
Groshbug?
look. What's that?
south of the Barrens.
Oh, that's not super bad. Pretty
Hey,
good.
that's better than nothing.
They'd cut the
Yeah.
they'd cut the trip in about half.
Well, I could twin spell it and then give it all I've got and do it again. But if when we arrived, I'd be pretty much nuked. So
What
we
is
can get
Grosh?
there.
Bag. Or Grushbog.
I think we should go halfway and go the rest on foot, if possible. Or, Terrence can take the Griffin, or we can. Terrence can let one of
Yep.
us use the Griffin and do some scouting.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. But the question is, does the Griffin, will it respond to somebody other than Terrence?
If he tells it to. It did to Raja.
yeah.
All right, let's go to bed.
Nighty night.
Good night, right.
Before Raja goes to bed, he's going to write a letter for the capital, mainly just describing what's happened in Stormhaven, Stormhallow. Explain what happened with Darius Hunter, the Eldritch Knights, the two dragons, how the army has been disbanded, and also going to leave the following, either before everybody disperses for the night, he's going to approach Seth and essentially give him orders to have the troops that stuck around help to rebuild the city. And Seth will be in charge of them doing that for the time being.
He's leaving
so you're-
Seth in charge.
So you're not letting Seth come with us?
He's got to be in charge.
I think there's a cardboard cutout of Terrence just superimposed breathing over Raj's neck. My brother stays here.
For myriad reasons.
Gosh, we're
to
cutting
be-
it down to like the essential group, huh?
Now,
Forget everybody else's help.
wait
Yeah.
a minute.
Just us.
I want to make sure that I understand you quite clearly there, Commander. You want me to take this here force, all behind me, and you want me to rebuild that city.
Please just help the townsfolk, like, just repair, make it livable again, if possible.
All right.
Dispose of them. Maybe
Right.
cut the bodies down off the walls, huh, Seth?
You could always request help from headquarters, from HQ.
Well, we'll get it done. Or as Maul said, get her done.
Sweet Jehovah.
I'm real sad that we're not going to get Seth for the final battle.
I have a migraine setting in right here, right behind that eyeball.
So
Out of character for
shortly,
Blair.
so we'll say that at this point, a long rest has happened. We're at the next morning. Seth has both of the battalions in formation, and not long after, sets off the few mile trek into Stormhaven.
Mara will give him a hug before he leaves.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It
Muriel
was
will
nice to
pet-
meet you, little brother? Little, right? My little brother.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope to see you again.
So just so you know, I went ahead and did a D100 roll to see how well Seth and his group were going to be able to help rebuild and reconstruct the city.
Oh no.
92.
Ooh, okay.
He is taking this promotion and responsibility very
That's
seriously.
right.
He's a Draco Faber. I expect nothing
Ooh.
less.
You
right.
might come back to a proper gentleman.
Just kidding. I
Right.
just
Please
learned to
keep the
pick that up.
accent.
I mean, I only use the important accent when I'm talking to the important folk, like those up in the capital. But when I'm here, when I'm amongst my people, I just talk like this.
That's right.
Because I'm a Draco Faber, and this is how we talk about. Mara, you're gonna have to work on your accent there a little bit. How was that, by the way?
That was
Not bad,
actually
actually. Not bad.
Yeah, Terrence, come on.
Oh, it's
Um,
so great.
Before we leave, Muriel will peck Seth on the cheek and say, "If you get a tingle in your noggin, it's me."
Ooh.
I'm not even going to respond to that. We're going to
I
move
know.
on.
Devlin will summon water above Muriel and just splash. No.
Turn that heat down.
Territorial much?
There's only room for one love story in this story, apparently.
No. Not like that. Just more of the, like, tap, but, like, no, down, stop.
Kidding.
Just with with the squirt gun on the cat.
No.
Can I reach out to Hermaeus and maybe see if I can like persuade him to help us get there faster? Because as much as I want to fly across the lands on a spectral dragon, I feel like he still owes me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was you twice now because you reached out to him about the initial dragon
Yeah.
problem, and now it's, hey, you missed the first one.
Yeah, so here's your last chance.
Right.
All right, I am going to cast Sending
Okay.
and say, I lived, no thanks to you, Now, we have to get to... Where is it we're going?
We have
The Barren Lands.
That's where we're going? The Barren Lands?
Yeah,
we
that's where
have
the
to get
little-
to the Crag of the Fallen.
Yeah.
The Crag of the Fallen. Can you help?
How many words can his response be? 25, right?
25.
25
25,
words.
same as
Alright.
mine.
It doesn't take very long, and you start to get a very choppy reply.
Mm-hmm.
Captured in chains between Groshbog and Crater.
By who?
That's it.
Come on.
So you-
Come on, you old fool. By who?
That's all
You
you got.
guess it again.
I'll cast it again. By whom?
After several seconds, you get a very audible, like, ow. Like something hit him. And he kind of lets out a curse and infernal. And just utters the word orc.
That's what I was afraid of. Grosh,
Excuse you?
Explain yourself, Devlin.
Not all orcs can be Helga. There is the unfortunate stereotype like not all pirates can be good.
Yeah, Mara still has a thing against orcs who make her Helga look bad. So she's ready to kick some orc butt.
If
Just
we
think-
rescue...
Think of it by the orcs who mistreated Helga by proxy.
If we were to divert momentarily to rescue Hermaeus, he might be able to help us.
It sounds like total
But what's-
assault, right?
And if anything, he will be in your debt. So then he
It's
will
already
actually
in my
owe.
He's on the way, so
He's on
He's
the
on
way as well.
And we're going to be
Wasn't-
stopping in proxy to there anyway, so.
Wasn't his only use for you, like, to help us get there faster? Like, we'd be almost there at that point.
Well, he's supposedly.
It's a 4-day trip. We would have gotten halfway there, meaning we'd need to do 2 more days on foot.
Mm. So
Whatever
maybe he
those
could,
dragons
cut
are
us off.
The best case scenario, those dragons arrive at their location, kill another dragon, and start the ritual immediately.
They can't start the
Alternative-
ritual immediately. They'd have to wait 24
Well,
hours for that
24
egg
hours
too.
and then start, yes. So we assume about 24 hours, give or take.
Did we
upon their
decide if
arrival.
Donovan was old enough to have an egg?
No,
Or are we just assuming there's another dragon there potentially?
they explicitly stated Donovan is too young
Okay.
to
But he
be.
is the mastermind of all this, so he's probably not willing to give himself up for the cause.
So he probably tried to get some other dragon there to try and.
He's going to have to. They're going to have
Yeah.
to figure something out. So we have a little bit of time.
we're talking while we walk, by the way.
Yes. Yeah, let's
Parents,
use it
go ahead
wisely.
and summon your winged. Winged friends.
Boo.
Canonically, Devlin hates flying.
Understood.
Yeah.
A,
that he does.
it's
Um,
above water. Also, B, he was dying the last time it happened, so it was.
That's fair.
Oh,
That's
yes.
fair. That's like getting on a plane while you're going through the flu. It's
Mhm.
probably not a
Yeah.
fun experience. I will crack my knuckles and gather all of my strength and force the spell onto the plane of reality. And 2 spectral yet corporeal dragons stand before us.
Cool.
alright,
Hop
so,
on.
Terrence is gonna scoop up Albus.
I'll make them gold dragons for flavor.
Then he's
'Cause it
gonna
says
turn. Then he's gonna turn and smile at the gold dragons.
Only thing
Devlin
better than
will
one gold dragon.
pull up his water thing and be like, no.
These are
Why
both
am I-
male. That would be awkward.
Mm. So who's on the other? Terrence only has one griffin, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna have to double up.
Yep. So
I
someone
guess-
get with me, and I'll pilot one dragon.
Ladies on one.
Sure.
Just to make it less awkward, since Albus is with Terrence.
Yes. All right, hop on.
That unfortunately means Raj is gonna have to be in command because he's not gonna let me fly this thing because I'm not going to be able to.
And as Terrence picks up Albus, he's like, "You think I was gonna let you wrap your arms around my sister all the way on that ride? I don't think so, boy."
It's okay. I'll
Alright,
just
so-
wait. I'll bide my time. Remember, I lived to be 400 years old.
It's true.
Don't.
He's gonna outlive you, Terrence. And then
The
what?
water pistol shifts focus.
Oh, it's so great. All right, so you shortly afterwards, both groups lift off, heading west. I'm assuming to south of Groshbog.
Oh yeah.
Yes, let's not fly directly into a. Let's fly not directly into the capital of the Horde, potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a good idea. Flying directly into the horde would be a bad idea, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Probably
And-
so.
Just because I did correctly state Devlin, he's fine. I'm just going to roll a con check to see how Devlin's holding his composure. I mean, half for flavor, but also half. Oh, he's fine. He's fine. That's a
Okay.
nat 20, unfortunately. So
Well,
he's
doing
uncomfortable,
really good.
but he's doing better than he expected.
Right.
Good.
On the ride, I'm going to reach out to Devlin's mind. I have one question to ask him. No one else can hear this because it's something he wanted to keep private anyway. As we undulate through the air, I'm going to tap him on the back of the head mentally.
Uh-huh. mhm.
I'm sorry to interrupt your concentration on not vomiting.
I think I'm doing a rather good job at the moment. What do you want?
You only look a little more green than usual. When you asked your mother to join her crew, does that mean you're going to be subject to your father? I guess you could say father again.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, if I ever ran across my mother again, she was going to be my captain anyways, growing up at some point. It would make
Yes,
it
but now
tolerable.
she answers to her husband now.
Why do you phrase it like that?
How else would you have me phrase it? He's the commander of the fleet and her husband.
Well, he might be the Lord Captain, but she would be my direct captain.
What's to stop him from abusing you again? You're in his fleet, Devlin.
I got out once. But I told myself if I ever found my mother again that I would join her if she was capable. And she has not given me a reason to doubt her. Also, I did
Daddy's-
open that
Sailor.
entire thing with the sentence, if I should survive what is to come.
You foolhardy Genasi. I will ensure you survive.
Just to spite you. I mean, because she likes you.
Out of
You and I have
character,
been-
we canonically did not sing that. Also, from that point on, after you say that, he does not respond to you mentally. So if you say anything else, it's silence on the other end.
Fine.
After you say what you say, of "I won't let you," he doesn't respond.
Listen, only one of us is allowed to be an idiot at a time. It's not your turn. I don't know what you're cooking up, but I don't like it already. And if you make me rescue you yet again, neither of us is going to enjoy the repercussions. So just consider who you're dragging down with you. And I will cut the connection.
Be thankful, Roger, I'm not vomiting all over your golden armor.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Alright, so it doesn't take much longer. You've now successfully, well, you've made it. Everybody roll a stealth
Did he-
check.
Oh boy.
Hey.
Oh no.
Goody.
Oh, Terrence with the 5.
Not 20, baby!
Hey, nat 20 for me as well.
The most inconsequential nat 20s of the whole.
With a total 23.
21.
You know what?
28. So Terrence face palms. Everyone else is kind of.
Hold on. Oh.
Did you guys really all waste your nat 20s on this?
Yeah,
I
pretty
rolled
much.
a nat 20, but I get disadvantage, so I get a 15.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
That's still pretty good, Raj. That's not bad.
That's not
That's
bad.
not bad for disadvantage, but a nat 20, really?
I know.
And hey, kudos for actually remembering your disadvantage because of armor. Some would just not say
Well,
anything.
I mean, it helps that there's a big red D
Yeah.
for disadvantage.
Oh, Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yes, it does.
Who?
Damn
What?
it, Brandon.
It's a Family Guy joke, Kyle. It's okay.
I love it.
Was there anything around to give pause that we would need to stealth the second we land?
I don't know. Maybe.
Did we all pass, or did Terrence fall on his face?
Terrence face planted.
Oh.
I guess then just doing his thing, grateful to get on the ground. I'll just roll a perception for Devlin just to get the lay of the land. 25? Please tell me we didn't just land catty
In the middle
corner
of the
to.
board.
No. So you've done actually a fairly decent job landing wise. It definitely could have been much worse. Luckily, it wasn't. You've landed kind of just to the south of a what appears to be an abandoned lookout tower.
Abandoned. Air quotes. Devlin? Care to
What
take a.
is the terrain
and-
looking like? Is it just flat, arid? Are there bushes, rocks?
It is arid. There are scattered rocks, not quite big enough for you to hide behind. There's sparse grass, kind of here and there. Very, very kind of, I guess, like mode Serengeti.
Okay, so basically, he's gonna stick out like a sore thumb with his blue patches, his teal patches.
Slightly.
Okay. but it's
Uh-huh.
dry, so there's not much mud or dust. So, dry, so there's not much mud or dust. So, he'll shift towards the tower just to get a clearer sense of potentially if it actually is abandoned. If it's not, ascertain. If it is, utilize the tower to get a better view of the surrounding area.
Mm.
Do I need a new stealth for that, or just going off of the previous stuff?
Yeah, do a new one.
Fair enough.
I kind of look around too, see if I can investigate to see if I see any signs of activity. Looking for like smoke, like from campfires, or like old campfires, or anything that indicates.
You certainly can.
26 on the stealth.
Cup.
Investigation 11.
I'll assist with the investigation.
I'll grant guidance.
Hold on. 21 plus 3 for 24.
Cup. So this is investigating the guard
Surroundings.
tower or
The surroundings, looking for evidence of movement, so on and so forth.
Okay. For what you can see, yeah, it looks like this area has been pretty deserted for quite a while. The guard tower it appears to be in fairly rough shape. It's definitely of an orcish design. Very crude, chopped trees kind of strung together with, rope lashes. A tattered and shredded kind of tent lays kind of on top. Not any signs of life with, other than maybe a few small critters that you would see running around.
So it is abandoned, so Devlin is going to mosey up to the top. Gonna start looking, just based upon... What time of day is it by now?
By now, it's probably early afternoon.
Okay. So, not enough to gain cardinal direction, right, based upon there's no discernible landmass or landmark to show where the sun's going.
You would probably be able to see, probably just breaking the horizon, kind of the craggy mountain formations that would be from the crater itself, from that. So basically that mountain range is formed from the impact of the crater. So as it pushed the land, it basically
quite
was
a crater
big enough that it basically
create a
created
mountain range.
mountain range.
What was the impact?
Vathnagoth the first time.
Gotcha.
Holy boy. At least, okay, so that's north. So then, up at the top, what can he see from the abandoned tower, kind of looking in that direction?
So, directly north from that location, you can kind of see what appears to be some pretty foggy-ish, how would I describe it? Kind of mountaintops, if you will. As You kind of look more towards your northeast. You're able to pretty plainly make out the outline of some of the towers of the city of Groshbog.
There's no sign of. Is there a sign of anybody?
Where you're at right now, no.
Is there sign of any animal life other than the little bunnies?
No, just the little small creatures that you see.
Any like
I'm gonna
skeletons?
do my Gronk impersonation.
Squeaky,
Squeaker,
squeak.
squeak, squeak.
Yes.
So this is what Devlin's going to come back to.
I want to ask what if they've seen any other bipedal around.
Great pull, Rachel, on the group chat.
You said perform, and I was just like, oh no.
You get so the small little bunny kind of comes over and he kind of gives you this really strange look, trying to figure out why in the world you're talking to him. He's nonverbal. He just kind of shakes his head, but as he does, he kind of hops kind of in a northeastern direction and stops and kind of thumps.
Aw. Little thumpy thumps.
Thumper.
That's
Hey,
not
little
good.
buddy.
Sorry.
As he
Sorry.
bares his teeth.
He walks over and
Sorry.
bites Muriel.
Eldritch Blast. Try me, vermin.
Suddenly she
roll
has
for
4
hit.
new lucky rabbit feet.
No, I'm not actually doing it.
You're
He
not
can't
gonna.
get through this
You're not
armor.
gonna Baldur's Gate 3 kick the squirrel.
No, and that broke my
Ah.
heart when I saw that. Oh gosh, I was not right after that. Anyway, if a bunny can get through an AC of 18, he deserves to have
That's fair. Yeah. He did roll a 19
Oh.
to bite you.
Son of
The
a
bunny is the bunny's not talking, but he's indicating northeast. I think there's people this way.
Devlin will, at this point, will have moseyed back. Well, there's definitely no one around at the moment. There's the settlements, the orc settlements to the east. Wildfire, what are you doing? Because he comes back to squeak, 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 squeaker, squeak, squeak.
blood. And a bunny is doing interpretive dance on the
Yeah.
desert floor. Yes.
They have the anatomy. It would actually
I'm
wipe
not
the
super
dance.
familiar with this dialect, but I'm pretty sure he's saying we need to go northeast.
Right. Won't be the craziest thing thus far, but I mean,
Devlin's like these casters, boy.
Mhm.
Just
You guys heard the bunny. Let's
I
go.
mean, I talk to a sea turtle in my head,
Bunny.
so
The bunny. Oh,
Well,
how
what-
I love the bunny.
yes.
there's the deep cut. There's the deep cut.
Our
Question.
audience will probably get that.
I'm gonna
That
hit.
makes people
I'm
weird,
about to hit
Devlin,
all
apparently.
of you with a D20 of psychic damage.
Now wait a minute.
Bring it
Terrence
over
hasn't
to-
done anything.
I'm resistant.
Terrence hasn't done anything
DM
yet.
says no. Now,
Yes.
did he give any inclination between the city and the crag? Between the crag and someone else?
He said between. DM, correct me if I'm wrong. He said between the city and the crag. That's what he said.
Yes.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Oh, let's head that way, but let's try and kind of healthy. Like I said, the dialect was a little off, but he didn't indicate whether there was anything close by or not. So
Fair enough. Face palms into the dirt. Pops up after rubbing dirt all over his. To tone down his scales.
Does
And also
that
just
mean that-
coat himself in dust to make his
I'm-
darks darker.
And here I stand in the middle of a desert like a blotch of ink.
Right.
There's no hiding this beauty. Sorry, Dev.
Yes, but when the firing stops or starts, they're going to hit you. They're not going to hit me.
Now
That's
they're going
fine.
to hit the golden shiny boys first.
Yep.
One would hope.
Man,
Oh,
that
Terrence,
makes y'all so weird.
Dennis, Terrence has a line about starts at the ankle and goes all the way up to the top of his head like a mold, where half of Terrence is coated in dirt, but the back half of him is still shiny.
Oh, okay.
He face planted earlier.
You
Hard.
face planted
Oh,
coming
I
off of
forgot
the
about that.
griffin.
Oh, did I roll a 1?
No, you rolled a
Five.
5.
Close enough. Okay.
Yeah. Your
Um,
your
Whereas
stealthy
Raja
landing
wasted
wasn't
that
very
20.
stealthy.
My stealthy landing. That would be Terrence. I'm gonna do this stealthy.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Like a tank.
It's exactly how it worked.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna I'm gonna let Devlin lead the way, but I'm gonna be following the bunny and just gonna go in that direction.
So, out of
Follow the
curiosity,
bunny.
why would Devlin be leading the way? Does he have information? I'm sorry.
No, I'm just the
Okay.
stealthiest.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's not shiny like y'all.
Well, I'm not shiny anymore either.
It's true. You're all
Hey,
dusty.
Dusty.
Is the rabbit actually leading forward, or he just delivered the information and then scampered off in his own little way?
He kind of scampered off in his own little way.
Oh, but I
Oh.
want to follow the bunny.
I mean, you can, but he went west.
He bit my ankle.
so
He's not
be-
that kind
So
of bunny.
before we go any further, I didn't get to mention it as Seth was leaving to go back to Stormhaven. But Mara, as you hugged him goodbye, he reached behind him and said, "Now look here, big sis. This here, this Gertrude, this my axe, and I watched how you swung that hammer, and I think you do better with something sharp. So you take this with you, and you kill things."
Oh, I feel so honored. Welcome to the party, Gertrude.
So she's walking around with a giant axe. And
She has a
war axe. and
she has a giant
and a
great
warhammer.
axe.
Yeah,
a
great
giant
axe.
Too bad we
and
warhammer.
didn't
just
keep
strapped to her
Helga's.
back.
Great.
Too bad we didn't keep Helga's hammer. We could have had her. Like, I got all the vengeance weapons
Right.
on my back now.
Right.
I'm pretty sure she's got a maul too.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Maul of Warning, so I cannot be surprised. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
So no orc can sneak up on me.
Yeah, but you can't hold 1, 2, 3,
I know, but I want
two-handed
to.
weapons at the same time.
Watch her
But I
try.
want to.
No, we
Hold
cannot
on.
one piece it.
I'll be right
I
back.
was about to say,
You're not-
yeah, you can't one piece it with with the sword
What
in your
if
mouth.
the Maul is like on my back and whoever's behind me like sees it glowing or whatever? What? Okay, so what do I have? A great axe?
hmm
Named
If you
Gertrude.
refresh your character page, it's in there.
Oh, okay, thank you. Named
Actually,
Gertrude.
DM, now that you mention equipment, I've been meaning to ask you, what exactly is Darius Hunter's sword? Because if you recall, Raja is now in possession of that sword.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yep. I will fix that by next session.
Okay.
Wow, this great axe is like freaking amazing.
Is it baller? How baller?
Very baller.
Ooh.
It's like
I'm excited. I'm
she
excited
looks at
for
the
what
axe, looks at her warhammer, and she's like, "Take a seat. You've been
Yeah.
demoted."
Yeah. fix-
You
Second
deserve
fiddle.
a break, ma'am.
Oh.
Hello, darling.
Oh.
All right, Devlin will assume the role, literally, and he will begin scouting ahead.
All right.
26.
All right, so far so good. Are you heading towards Groshbog? Or are you going to try to avoid it?
The idea is skirting to the west side of Groshbog just enough to head in that northeastern direction. So as soon as we are, if this is Groshbog, we're going to head in a direction kind of curving around, and then at an angle once we're past safely far enough away from the city that passing it would be considered wise.
So you're gonna go this way where I'm pinging on the map, or are you gonna try to go this way?
No, we're going to, I think, to the western side, and then probably right about here.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Wait, which direction did the rabbit point though?
So you asked the rabbit where, basically, like where people were. He pointed you towards Groshbog.
Oh. Okay.
Why are we going
Wait.
past Groshbog instead of into it?
it's
That's
a,
messed up.
I missed something. Sorry.
So I contacted Hermaeus mentally. He told us he's been captured by orcs between the city of Groshbog, which is an orc stronghold, and the crag.
and not the Helga kind of orcs. The orcs that give orcs a bad name.
Okay.
And we want to rescue him, one, because he's on the way, and two, he will be indebted to us and potentially help us against the coming dragon.
Oh, absolutely. Perfect.
So
okay.
we don't think he's in Groshbog, correct?
Well, he
No.
was probably en route to Groshbog. I can waste another slot to ask.
He might not be able to answer though. So would it be a good idea for us to go in and just make sure, or like?
I mean, it's on the way.
Would they allow us in?
That's what
I
I
thought
was.
it was. I thought it was empty, quote unquote.
No. The
guard
watchtower was
tower
empty.
The watchtower was empty.
Oh, okay.
The city
I-
most
I have-
definitely is not.
Raja has a couple swords and a plate of armor that says he's getting in.
We're not to start trouble. Wait, what am I
I
saying?
like it.
Devlin's scouting ahead. He's not part of this conversation.
Raj, I love that energy, Raja, but I don't think even we can stand against a city of orcs.
Let's murder the orcs.
A down girl.
Murder them.
Where's Devlin when I need him to play? Talk to your father. We can always send. No, I can use clairvoyance. We can spy. We can go invisible and go in there. There's a lot of ways, but instigating an all-city fight is not one of them.
But we're on a deadline. Why, if we don't need to go in the city, let's not go in the city.
Very well.
That's what I think too.
Let's see if we can catch them before they go into Groshbog. If
So
that's even
this-
possible at this point.
So the way sending works is they can respond in the manner in which I talk to them myself. So if I'm talking aloud, they can respond aloud. If I'm talking mentally, the creature hears the message in its mind and can answer in a like manner immediately. So if I think the words, he can think them back. So even if he's gagged or whatever, tied up or whatever, he'll still be able to respond. Hermaeus, we're in the area. Can you give us more of a clue where you are? Are you in the city?
Takes you a minute. Mentally, you get the reply back. Out of city.
How many are there?
A lot.
Were you their target?
Don't know.
This makes 2. Let's go find him.
Yes, let's murder the orcs. There's blood in her eyes. She's
Alright.
ready.
All right, I know you're ready to hit something, but let's Got a dragon to hit. Save some of that for the dragon.
Save some of that juice, darling.
Oh, don't you worry.
He's not in the city. We don't need to go there. Terrence, can you take the griffin up high and perhaps get an aerial view? If you go really, really high, you might be able to see, I don't know, a dust cloud or a procession of orcs with a little gnome in tow.
All right, so give me a little background. Is Terrence already on the Griffin? Is the Griffin just
Yes.
following? Terrence is on the Griffin? Okay, so
He's
Terrence,
on the griffin.
yeah, Terrence takes him up, and because of the way this works, I guess Terrence can see through the Griffin's vision.
Oh, so you can see like a griffin does.
You kind of, it's almost like when you're a dragon rider, so except I'm a Griffin rider.
Very nice.
So I do that, and I start searching around. Not sure if I have to roll anything.
I'll have you do a perception check.
Okay.
using perhaps the griffins, I'm sure some sort of sight-based advantage.
Oh,
I don't know. I didn't.
Somebody have to look it up. I can tell you.
You
I can
said
tell you. Here's what I can promise you. I can tell you who's.
How about a
not gonna look it
19? How about a 19?
up.
Would that
19
work?
Works.
Okay.
So, as you fly up, you're able to get at least a pretty decent vantage point of Groshbog. It is, at least from what you can tell, it is just littered with tons of things moving around. You're fairly positive they're orcs, but as high as you are, it's kind of hard to tell. Some seem really big, and you're able to see them pretty well, and some are fairly smaller. The city is fairly sprawling in terms of area. It sits about the size of Stormhaven. There's a fairly large kind of central building kind of in the center, and everything kind of seems to be formed around that building itself.
Okay. So, I'm gonna veer a little to the west, I think, to where we were considering going. As I come back to the group, I'm gonna veer out west and come back down and see what I can see on that route going back to them.
My
that make
goal
sense?
was, by asking him to go up there, was to see if, from an aerial viewpoint on a clear day and a flat and arid land, if he could see the caravan that's holding Hermaeus in the area.
Gotcha. From where he was at, no.
And just so you know, for your griffin, it's +5 to perception, and it gets advantage on perception rolls.
Okay, cool. That's great to know. Thank you. So I'm assuming that he was probably like in this area. Did you see my ping?
I didn't do it again.
Okay. I'm not sure if it's pinging or not.
No,
Press and
I don't
hold.
see it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There.
Hold and then
Oh, okay.
That's where I was.
Yeah, that's roughly about where I figured you were.
All right, so he's gonna fly out back to that area, right there,
Okay.
and then come back down to everybody, and that should give him a little bit better of a view that way. So does he see anything? Like Devlin?
Towards which way?
Right here,
Um,
looking as much as he could see.
Yeah. So,
180 around him.
So probably from that side, you get kind of a better view of kind of the mountain range that's to the north. You can just barely faintly make out that it looks like there maybe like a smaller pocket city that looks like it's kind of further up. But that's about it.
All right, so not really seeing much of anything.
No, no.
All right, so he's gonna come back and um and let everybody know kind of what he just saw. Let them know that he's pretty sure that the city's full of what looks to be orcs. But from that high up, it was hard to tell, but they were big. So no matter what they were large. And then he's gonna say something about the little what looks like a little city maybe over in that area, and that he really didn't see much of anything else.
Probably go check it out. I mean, you can try and stay the outskirts, but we need to get going, and I'm feeling like we need to go. I mean, be cautious, but we got bigger fish to fry. We can't take forever on Homeus.
I understand.
I hate to ask this question. How hot is it?
Yeah.
We are in the desert.
It's currently 88 degrees.
Okay. Also, Devlin has just kept moving forward, so I think by this point he will have stopped and looked back and realized that the party is about 300 feet behind him.
Not following.
Not following.
We've got. Let's. Terrence, which way do you think?
Go follow Devlin, and we'll head towards that little city. I think that would be the best thing that we could do. When we get near it, I'll go back up and see if I can tell what kind of people are there, and we'll see if towards the evening I'll head back up and before it gets dark and go further north with the Griffin and see if I can find anything of Hermaeus.
Thank you.
Hermaeus.
All right, we will follow the roadblock.
You can't see the rogueluck.
That's fair. He's a heat shimmer in the distance.
Also, I don't think any of you can roll a 26 for perception. Actually, maybe Raja could.
If
If I roll like a 19,
I was gonna say
You
if
can
I
still
was
try.
if I was on the Griffith, no, I can only get up to 25.
hold on, that get advantage.
I'll give you guidance.
That's no.
Yeah.
Won't even
It's
won't
no.
even get close.
No.
It's a no.
Devlin will just deep sigh, stop, kind of sit, wait for them to get close, but he will use this opportunity to just reverse meerkat. He's looking around while staying close to the ground. So while he's waiting for the group to catch up, he's going to just be looking around, seeing what he sees.
Here's the question: is the group walking in the same direction as Devlin?
I would
Yeah.
assume so.
Mhm.
I mean, if
That's
we're
where
in
we
a
were.
desert, wide open, just nobody knows where Devlin is, then
Well, he'll catch up to us. He's rather
Well, here's
independent.
the thing. I mean, we don't know where he's at right now, but we saw where he went, which way he went, so we have
No,
an
you
idea.
didn't.
No.
he's
I
stealth.
have elven boots that
Oh.
hide tracks, actually. Their entire thing, they give me advantage on stealth, but they do not leave tracks.
So we have no clue where he's going. I say we go west.
Yeah, we're going
I'm
towards the little
joking.
city. He'll catch up to us. He's rather independent of late.
Yeah, I think that we need to go right up that area there.
Well, let's do it then.
Let's do it. Heading up, moving on rawhide.
So as we start going out, are we going to start to catch up to Devlin, or is he just going to keep going keep going ahead of
Devlin
us?
will find us when he wants to. It's
Devlin's
like
actually
we're-
going to stop for a moment. He's stealthing. Is the rest of the party stealthing as they're moving forward?
Yes, sorta.
Well, I mean,
We're gonna be
roll for it.
quiet.
I just rolled stealth. I got a 3. So what do you think?
I got a
You also
14.
have-
nat one.
Ignorance.
Wait,
A
hold
nat
on.
one.
Gotta
Oh
rolled a
my
14
gosh.
total.
Got an 18.
Not bad,
I'm
not bad.
trying.
double check Raja here.
Dirty 20.
Disadvantage. Let's see, 15 and 10.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Apparently
Wow.
something got in my armor and it's really loud right now.
We're in full play. What do you expect?
I know.
It's true.
We'll
It's
be in the
true.
back of the party.
Exactly.
Traditional formation is not a go in stealth.
So at
No,
this point,
I
Devlin can probably hear them, or
Yeah.
at least two of
Oh,
them.
he can
At least
definitely
two
hear
of them.
it.
Clank,
Mhm.
clank.
He's
clank,
not going to
clank.
give away his position at the moment. He's just going to
Watch.
use this opportunity to see what may or may not happen.
Mhm.
That's fair. Using us as bait.
True rogue
Good
inspiration
teamwork.
right there.
Yeah,
True
good rogue.
pirate.
Good rogue.
I mean, he's in an advantageous position because something happens to you. They don't know where Devlin is.
You better use that to sneak attack on our behalf. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. But also provides the opportunity to distance from the loud
you-
people.
You afraid to be seen with us, Devlin?
Well, I guess we're waiting to see if anything happens.
Entirely
I think the
fair.
answer is yes.
The answer is going to be yes.
DM.
ODM.
I think that long, prolonged silence speaks enough.
Are you asleep, Brandon?
With my eyes open, yeah.
I'm rolling initiative.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. How far do we get before we have to roll?
So the group is all right. So moving your token in the direction that you're going, Devlin. I'm assuming
That was probably, yeah, about there.
okay. And the group, I'm assuming, probably followed
Yeah.
roughly, kind of, sort of close. I
Kinda.
apologize. I was trying
Yeah.
to build freaking Hermaeus.
All right. So we're gonna keep going north, towards that little city, and right before it gets dark, so it's still gonna be light enough out to be able to see from the sky. Terrence is gonna jump onto Griffith again and go up into the air and kind of scout out the city, scout out up near the as far up near the mountains as he can.
How ping on the map where you're scouting.
I will. So I want to scout this area
Okay.
and up here, and I figure with a Griffith, it shouldn't be that it shouldn't take long to go up and look around.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have you do a stealth roll for the Griffin.
Okay, how would I do that?
Just roll a d20 and
Okay.
add.
It's dexterity.
A 4. There's
How are you so bad at rolling stealth, Terrence?
6. It's a 6 total.
yeah.
I don't understand. You never roll well with stealth.
Now we're up in the air though, so
You are.
this is-
You're up in the air. But that doesn't mean that.
air
Right.
things
Yeah.
can't do.
Your armor must
Yeah.
be reflective.
It's not exactly. You're not exactly in a rainforest, buddy. I mean, it's not a ton of birds flying around, so you kind of stick out up there.
Yeah.
Griffin decide to let out a screech.
Yes.
So kind of as you get up into the north, kind of the northeastern portion, under the word lands, I'll just use the map.
Okay.
That area is barren. It doesn't look like anything has been alive there for the past 1,000 years. I mean, it's just
Wow.
dead.
Okay.
Dead.
As you sweep over towards the word "the," there's a small. It appears to be almost like a fishing village. The closer you get, you soon start recognizing kind of orcish type tents, or little small fishing boats. Nothing out of the ordinary there. As you swing back around towards the kind of the next larger of the cities, you get over it kind of just quick enough, and I'm going to explain what you see, but I need you to do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Has a plus
12
2.
plus 2 plus 3 is 12, 14, 17.
Okay. All right. So as you swing back around, you kind of careen over this, what you thought was kind of a smaller village is actually a fairly odd town. There are buildings that appear to be kind of built up around kind of this centralized hole in the ground. You can't really tell what it is. And as you get a little further past, there are like ballista shots that kind of start coming towards you. You're able to dodge the two that kind of make it up into your general direction. Just barely, like skin of your teeth, they didn't hit your griffin. And so at that point, you, I'm assuming, would kind of veer back and head towards the group.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Now do I see any dust clouds or anything of caravans or anything like that?
From where you were at, you didn't see any dust clouds of anything moving at the time. There
Okay.
were definitely tracks that appeared to have run kind of in a northwestern path from that major city towards the crater.
Okay. So I'm gonna come back and land and let everybody know everything that I saw about the balusters from that city, that it might not be a friendly city, and go from there.
Wonderful.
So you just land right in front of the group, right?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, Terrence is, maybe behind the group because, well, everybody's trying to be stealthy, and Terrence and the group kind of aren't.
Well, I hope that city's not paying too close attention.
About that, Devlin is going to be seeing this clearly. I imagine he's just shaking his head. Where's the sun at this point in time? Like starting to dip below the horizon?
It would be, yeah. I mean, it's probably getting late-ish afternoon. So it's,
Okay, but the sun is now on his left. So when he breaks out the spyglass to now look at the city, there isn't going to be the sun reflecting off of the glass.
Yeah.
But he's now looking at the city that just fired ballistas.
Okay.
Is there a sorority coming out?
Is there a what coming out? I'm sorry.
A sorority.
Oh, no. Not that you see.
Okay. He will watch the city for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
If nothing comes forward, he will sigh and he will make his way back to where he's assuming the group is. He'll just follow the screaming griffin.
Okay.
It is evident.
All right. Go ahead and make a perception check with advantage. If it wasn't already an advantage. I don't know who has advantage on what.
It was not,
Sorry.
but I'll take that advantage. That will be a 22.
Okay. After maybe 2 to 3 minutes of screaming griffin coming overhead, just kind of this. You hear just this as drums begin to beat from within the city. And a small, well, I say small, probably 5 to 10 strong figures emerge from the front gate and kind of, as soon as they make their way out, kind of spread almost out in kind of a wall and kind of move forward, probably no more than a few 100 yards from the front gate, just kind of peering around as to see if this screaming animal is still above them.
He will then hold to see whether they will go back into the city or whether they're going to send someone out. I mean, it is becoming dark, so I doubt they're going to. But if he can get an advance warning out that they might be sending a small task force out, he wants to make sure before he goes back, since they obviously sent someone out to check the fence, as they say.
Yeah, so you probably watch them for a good, I'd say maybe 5-10 minutes tops. There's a loud scream from somewhere in the vicinity, either the gate or up on the wall, or something like that, and they kind of collapse back into a group and head back in to the front of the gate, with none of them being left out in the twilight.
Devlin will begin his trek back then.
Yep. I would say probably within about an hour, as you're moving slowly to get back, you reach the group.
Oh, look who showed up.
No. You don't hear him. He just, well, if you wanted to make an entrance, you certainly made an entrance there, Goldie.
I wasn't exactly trying.
Clearly. Thankfully, they didn't send a sortie. They did check the fence, as they say, but I imagine that little village, town, is going to be very alert, make it difficult to cross that stretch tomorrow.
Perhaps we should try to cross tonight. I
That would be smarter.
I can grant 5 of us dark vision up to 300 feet.
How far in do we want to go, though?
Actually, one of us, but if we can sneak past them easier at night.
That's going to be tall order. I know we're on a time crunch, but I don't know.
Where's your ship?
Docked at Stormhallow.
It's not exactly like I could bring it over land.
Remind me, how many people don't have dark vision?
I don't.
Quite a few, actually.
I canonically have those super ugly goggles.
And Mara has
All
the
about those
goggles.
Yeah.
I think it's
I look
Mara.
like I have bug eyes.
Does
Yes.
Albus do halflings have dark vision?
I'm a gnome, thank you very much.
I did it.
It's me too, buddy.
I'm not trying to start
Y'all
anything,
are
but I wouldn't take
You are
that.
all racist. You are all
Do gnomes
And
have
proud.
dark
Oh,
vision?
it's the same? Is that what you're saying?
This is the player, not the. No, this is the player, not the character. Player, not the character.
Uh-huh.
Go
Just-
on.
The
Forget it.
the gnome
Forget
has dark vision.
So
Then I
2
can
out of the
grant
party
dark-
have.
I can grant dark vision to one of you two, but I can't do both.
Raja can also cast dark vision, so
Okay, so
That
I'll
that
just
brings it to 4 potentially for an hour. 4 out of 5.
I can tag Terrence in. It lasts until a long rest for me.
But it lasts an
The
hour
ones
for
that
Roger.
are noisy, so that they're less likely to bump into things.
is it only an hour?
but double check your timing. Are we actually doing this? I mean,
It's easier to move at night in the desert than it is in the day.
it is cooler.
8 hours.
Oh,
8 hours. So I can tag Albus and myself and still have one spell left over.
Albus is fine.
I got my
Yeah.
own.
His peepers C5.
Oh, so just myself. So
should I even bother to ask for a vote, or are we just gonna just assume this is going to happen?
I want to
Let's
go. Move as
do
quickly as we
it.
can. We've got
Let's do
energy.
it.
It's night. It's easier to move. Let's do it.
It's cooler.
Terrence
That's
put the
true.
griffin away.
No, because if I do, then I have to extend a spell slot to bring him back out.
Well, keep him quiet then.
So who's getting the dark vision cast upon them?
Keep him as quiet as I can keep me.
I will. Well, if
The
I
two
give it
golden
to
boys, right?
if I give it to Terrence, I can't do my Twilight Sanctuary, which is honestly more helpful. If we run into whatever came out of that hole
Well,
in the ground,
Here's a question: is it overcast and is there a moon?
It is a fairly clear sky, but there's no visible moon at this time.
It's still
Um,
early evening.
So I
Muriel, you're the spellcaster. Why don't I cast Dark Vision on myself and Terrence, and Mara has the goggles. We should be good then, right?
So you
I
can
think
cast
so.
on both of you two.
Yes, I have 3 second-level spell slots. I can use 2 of them for Dark Vision.
I was gonna
Thank
say, if nothing else, like I could give one of the larger people my goggles and then just ride them, get carried, whatever. So
Or
I
you
don't
could
have
ride the
anything.
griffin.
Does the griffin have dark vision?
Well, the griffin could be led by Terrence.
Do I really want that though? That's the
I don't know.
question.
And
I
the
don't want to
griffin.
ask for that, but I technically can't see in the night. If you expect it needs a scout, I'm going to need some.
oh, okay. I don't know if we necessarily have to scout. We're avoiding things that make light. What are your thoughts?
I mean, at this point, we're wasting breath and we're wasting night, so let's just get this over with.
Shall we roll stealth at least to move somewhat quietly?
Well, I lose my advantage. I'm just going to say, canonically, since he can't see where he's going, I will retroactively remove my advantage and just roll flat stealth because I can't see. If you're okay with that, TM?
Works for me.
Fantastic roll from me.
Well, it's
Oh.
still going to be a fail because Raja rolled a 5.
9 total.
8.
Oh,
Ow.
just see. What are we rolling again? I'm sorry. I was
Stealth.
looking up
Stealth.
Griffin.
Stealth.
Stealth.
So
Oh, gosh.
And
Our
somehow,
I got a natural 20 and a 2.
Are you
22.
kidding me?
I'm
everyone
taking
else failed, Terrence.
Right?
Wait,
No,
Terrence,
I'm at a
don't-
disadvantage. I got a nat 20 for a 32. I'm blind and somehow I'm stealthier than ever.
Damn.
By the way, my Griffith does have 60-foot dark vision.
Nice.
Can you share vision with him?
So you can see through the
Let me make
Dark
sure that that's the, I think that's what it said, yeah.
you can see through its eyes as if they were
Yeah.
yellow. Maybe it's the
So,
wording.
So I don't need...
So with someone moving their token, show me what route you were planning on taking around this northern city.
Are we going to its east? Or perhaps towards the ocean on the west to give us a barrier of safety?
I thought we would be going kind of like this. That would be because this area right here is more barren, and then we can come. Are we trying to get there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to get there and somehow find Hermaeus in the middle of this.
Yeah. The only way that I can, after telling everybody about everything, and then I'm sure Devlin told everybody, then wouldn't it be smarter if we went over here and then that way?
Could you not take the griffin up again and see if you see a campfire? Whoever took him has got to be making camp by now. And if I know orcs, they like their meat.
Well, I just did do a natural 20 plus 2 for stealth. Why not? So I will take the griffin back to exactly like this. There, 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 and back the same route.
Okay. As you make your flight over, the only signs of life that you see in that northern portion is within the walls of that small city.
There's 3 possibilities. 1, Hermaeus has lied to me and taken us on a wild goose chase. Perhaps he's allied himself with the dragons. He's diverting us, hoping to buy time. 2, he's in that city. Or 3, he's dead.
Or 4, they're not making campfire.
Yeah.
I would assume it's still fairly warm out.
Well, if they have to cook.
Or rations.
Eh.
It's a desert. Deserts freeze at night.
I was about to say, hold
Not
on,
always.
I will tell you what the temperature is in the desert. It has dropped to a balmy 49 degrees.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Devlin
Arm's
strangely
feeling
feels at
cold.
home.
Well, Muriel, what's your gut tell you?
I wouldn't put it past Hermaeus to ally himself with something untoward. But I heard him get hit. Either he's faking it, or he is in genuine trouble. I'll cast Sending one more time.
We are still moving at this point. We're trying to.
We're moving in the general direction we need to go in anyway.
Yeah, where Albus is presently, his token. That between the 2 cities,
Yeah.
best we can.
Hermaeus, we're having a hard time finding you. If you want to be rescued, you're going to have to make it happen. Send up a cantrip or give us a clue. Make noise. Do something. We can't find you.
This is done mentally, correct?
Of course.
Okay. Let's see. Okay.
And whatever his response, I'm going to roll an insight. As to if he's telling me the truth.
I roll a perception check just as I'm looking around. If I see anything.
So, all you get from him is look to the sky as he. Actually, I won't even say at what he does it, but you watch as a fairly, and by fairly I mean 5 foot wide by 60 foot high, sunbeam launches out of the center of the city, lighting up the sky, followed by sounds of agony and pain as he gets his head kicked in again.
The city Rashbog or the city that shot Terrence?
City shot Terrence.
Yeah.
The one to the northwest of where Albus is.
Yes.
Sorry. That'll do.
Let's go kick some orc butt.
I might need your goggles, Mara. Sorry, Lady of Pink, I think I need to borrow your goggles.
Oh, okay.
Well-
I'll hand them off to him and like I'll find Albus and like hold his hand since I now can't see.
Aww.
So cute. So as Devlin puts on
Now-
the hideous glasses, which I fully
He looks
expect
like
you
a-
to.
They're absolutely hideous. You look like you have bug eyes.
Yeah,
No, here's the thing. It works for him because he looks like a steampunk pirate now.
that's actually pretty fair.
True.
Yeah.
True.
No, that's true.
It's a good look. You can pull him off.
Big with a twirly mustache.
That
It's working
is that is actually a perfect point for us to end this evening.
Ah,
Oh.
okay.
So,
Sorry to
hey,
divert
if you
us,
joined
but-
us, thanks for watching this evening. I apologize for being as spaced out as I was. Just trying to get stuff done in the game to prepare. Come join us next week. I promise it will be mildly entertaining. And from there, we'll see you next week. Till then, God bless. Have a great week. See
Bye.
you next
Night.
time.